It's melody song.
The urge to create something out of the ordinary to make something so extraordinary prompted Enzo Ferrari in the year 1945 to consult his partner Gioacchino, who went by the name Gioacchino Colombo, in Italy to make the Ferrari 125S, Ferrari 125S Sport. They had the urge to make an engine about 1.5 liters of 5-speed manual. The engine, which they believe it would, be 12 engines, unlike other vehicles. Although Ferrari was met with several criticism, but this did not weigh him down. Hence, the reason why they went ahead to produce and design the very first Ferrari in the world, Ferrari 125S or 125 Sport. Before we go so deep into the first Ferrari in the world, I would like to welcome you guys back to the channel where we talk about world's discovery and the first version of several phenomena in the world. Kindly subscribe to the channel, turn on post notification also, and do well to like this content. Let's know your take on the first version of the Ferrari 125S, the Ferrari 125 Sport. Now let's get to it. For 12 years, Ferrari have been dreaming about the fact that he needed to build something fantastic, something of the 12-cylinder engine, which was later tagged the Colombo engine. The engine was not supercharged but was nonetheless a brilliant melange of exotic and the proven. The valves, the V inclined to accommodate hemispherical combustion chambers, were opened by rocker arms and a single overhead camshaft atop each bank of cylinder. Well, the designer kept in mind certain experiences in the world of motorcycling, which certainly interested him. The chassis for the adventurous engine was relatively sedate, with a live rear axle and independent front wheels, both using leaf spring. The first to use the V12 was a sports racer with an aluminum body. By it is thought the Turin coach building company Rocomoto. Fully enveloping, it had a pugnacious aura that suited the character of its builder. Road trials without a body were launched by Enzo himself on March 12, 1947, with triple carburation for the 125C or the 125 Sport. Its output was 118 horsepower at 6,800 RPM on a compression ratio raised from 7.5:1 to 9.5:1, which required special fuel. Its red line of 7,000 RPM was very high for that time. Aiding the radical engine was a 5-speed gearbox, another novelty which was new. It was a new introduction and a new discovery. On May 11, 1947, only 2 months after the new Ferrari first run, it was raced at Piacenza. Well, Piacenza was a racing cycle, which was the first public appearance of this vehicle. The faulty fuel pump retired it. That year, the 12-cylinder Ferraris took part in 10 races. Colombo wrote of the 1947 season. It was later imputed about it in Colombo's book. According to him, the Ferrari won 6 of the races and were second in one and had to withdraw from 3. This was quite excellent. Its second time lucky with victory for Cortez and the 125 Sport over 85.5 miles of Rome's Caracalla. which was a road circuit, and that was on May 25, 1947, competing in a race for 1,500cc cars. That was Cortez, who had been racing for 20 years. He gave a testimony to this, and he easily took the measure of the hitherto dominant Maserati. This was the fact that the Ferrari was head to head with the dominant Maserati. The very first 125S effectively disappeared. That was at the end of the 1947 car racing season. After serving a test meal, it was converted into a cycle fendered sports racer with a 2-liter version of the 12, following some races for the works team in 1948. It was eventually sold to a customer. Much later, Ferrari brought back the 125S to life as a showpiece. It was built from scratch and bearing the number 56 of its racing business in Rome.
It's melody song.
That's just a brief insight into how the Ferrari 125S was developed by Enzo Ferrari and Colombo himself. They both worked on the Ferrari, and it gave a perfect release for racing and sports. It actually interested Enzo Ferrari himself to create something iconic, something extraordinary out of the ordinary, the likes of Maserati. If you look at the Ferrari so well, it had some kind of traits of the Maserati in it, but not modeled after Maserati. Well, in the world of discovery, there are lots more, and to enjoy more of our content, kindly subscribe to the channel and turn on post notification. Do well to like this video and pass your comments in the comment box. Thank you.